Big pressure. Many GMs aren't playing online. As if they were playing on sites, they would be in first places. Don't know what you mean. Online is, a place for practice, basically. I don't know. They have some tournaments on chess.com, but I would imagine like everybody would be cheating with computers. But only in 1 minute. I guess in 1 minute chess you can play without people cheating, basically. So guys, we have about 40 minutes left in the stream. Liberian, thanks for the game. I thought it's interesting opening. I've never seen that before. Maybe it should be good for white, but I wasn't sure what to play. Knight takes e7, I guess, and d4. Looks like you have some compensation for the pawn. Very unusual. Alright guys, if nobody else is going to challenge me, I'm going to play another game against Sophia Rogers, who seems very strong. If she's still there. E4. We'll try to play something different. Again, taking the person out of book. If you feel that your opponent has a strength in a certain aspect of the game, I think you should be practical against that person. So not, try to play like mainline theory. If the player loves openings, you should try to exploit their weakness in other aspects. So I'm an adaptive chess player, and the more I play with someone, the better I do. Because I kind of adapt my game to their weaknesses. If I feel someone is overly theoretical, then I'm going to focus on trying to avoid opening main lines. So welcome to the channel, Pablo1644. F4. F4 looks like probably the theoretical recommendation. But Sophia Rogers has played how many games now in standard? 8 games. Sophia, I don't understand. How is your classical rating only 1900? Not really getting that. And it seems like you're well over master strength. I didn't check your history, but it's a little strange that your rating would be just 1900. Okay, knight f3. We can take on d4 and play a weird kind of Philidor here. I guess that's probably okay for black. f4 is not regarded as the safest line for white in the Steinitz or whatever this would be. I called it Philidor. Okay. Yeah, it's like a Philidor. It's not a Roy Lopez, so white didn't play bishop b5. Generally speaking, f4 is kind of a somewhat weakening move. Black's very compact. Sladgy, you can program an engine that's playing instead of you. In 1 minute, it would crush everyone. Well, yeah, I didn't really think about that. But if somebody's hitting every move in 1 minute, I mean, I guess you'd have to program it like so it was making, some small mistakes here and there, so they wouldn't just like condemn you as a computer because you played like almost perfect moves. But yeah, I guess it's impossible to stop cheating in online chess, period. I mean, this is just, it's just a matter of accepting like reality, It's probably just impossible. So that's the sad reality of the situation. People are cheating using computers online and every website that they're they're playing chess, and especially if money is involved. Look, people cheat even when there's no money involved. You can see. They cheat just for fun, or because they can, or because they couldn't beat a strong player otherwise. So this position, black needs to really exchange some pieces, I would think. So this is more or less, I mean, I think I'm doing what like Steinitz would do, you know, in this position. Basically, try to change some pieces and see if we can relieve the cramp in our position. But Sophia Rogers, you play a little too good for your rating there, 1900. It's provisional, but it's a casual game, so this doesn't count as this doesn't count. But Sophia is a strong player. Strong player. I mean, master, probably. It says USA. I'm guessing by the blitz rating, it's over 2200. Though it could be a very strong expert. She says she's a girl, but that's very possible. Although if she is a girl, she should be in the U.S. Women's Championship, in my opinion, without a doubt. Because the game she played against me yesterday was, at least in the opening, like GM level, and you know, the average person who's rated 2200 or never been rated couldn't do that. So if you are a lady in the United States, you should definitely be playing in the U.S. Women's Championship. Bishop c6 here. We were discussing this yesterday. I don't know how we got on the subject, but strong women I've played in chess. And I've played not that many, actually. But I haven't lost to a lot of women. We talked about how Kasparov... The other day we talked about how Kasparov reacted when he lost to Polgar. That's a famous story. Some people said he, like, tried to take back a move. That was what I heard. That he actually... Maybe he did touch a piece and take it back. In that game, the famous game, he lost to Polgar. Is that true? I think there was even a video of, like, his hand hovering over the piece. But maybe the arbiter, like, let him take it back or something. But I think that was the game where Polgar won anyway. Bishop b2, setting up all sorts of nasty stuff on the long diagonal here. This looks brutally strong. I mean, I'm almost in Zugzwang here. I can play knight e8 if I have to. Yeah. So bishop b4 and bishop b2. That's a pretty advanced plan there. b4 and bishop b2. Yeah, I think black has got a problem because the f line here, guys, if I play what was I thinking? Why would the f file be relevant? There was some variation. I was thinking the f file was relevant here. Oh, rook e8, right. So if I play rook e8, wait, it has e5? But maybe I can cover it with knight d5? But rook e8 looks like you're really asking for trouble, doesn't it? So I think... Black is in trouble. I can play b5, perhaps. Then even bishop d5 is strong for white. But probably I shouldn't play b5. That's really not necessary. Though if a4 comes, I might have to do something. To say I just almost want to resign here. Knight e8. I guess knight e8 is okay for black, huh? Knight to e8. Don't really have another idea, to be perfectly honest. I'm not in any trouble. No, black is almost in zugzwang in this position. It's really amusing, you know? Almost literally in zugzwang. But I think if I could play the opening as well as Sophia could, I would be a GM by now. That's for sure. The only thing that really prevented me from getting to 2,500 FIDE was probably my opening repertoire. Not being that well prepared. I reached like 2475. But I think I could have got over 2,500 if I played the opening as well as her. Looks like... I mean, if I don't play 98, I don't know what move I play in that position, honestly. B5 is like weakening. 97 probably almost loses by... Well, 97 probably like is just horrible. 95. So, I think this will be the last game against Sophia today. It's very instructive, but I could also... you know, play with like Rybka or something. Bishop takes d5. If I have to take the bishop on e7. The plan is to play like c6 and bishop f6. White is better, but I'm probably holding on, barely, in this position. But groveling for draws against anonymous players is not really my thing. So bishop takes d5 on b7. We've got to play c6. It's a little bit weakening, but pretty much forced. And then we have bishop f6. When white has to play e5, we take, white takes, we take on d4, black takes back, and white has two bishops. Then the d file probably falls. So we may in fact still be lost here. This looks basically forced. I guess we're not lost. Looks like we're basically paralyzed by perfect play by white. Queen should come off. Bishop e7. Maybe we can hold on here. But it's just an illusion of the slightly better pawn structure here. Actually, so rook takes f7, rook takes f7, knight f6, rook f1, knight f6, pawn takes. It's like forcing a winning king and pawn ending. Yeah, I think this is probably lost for black. I'd like to see the number of mistakes by white in this game. Zugzwang forcing a perfect position. Okay. Thanks, Sophia. That'll be the last game against you. So okay. Thanks for the game. A little too good, I think. Next game. A little too perfect.